So this is my method to building a 6-foot tall privacy fence gate. Y'all can do it how y'all please. I know there's plenty of other methods out there. This is just how I do it. I personally like running a string line across the top of all my pickets. It keeps it more eye appealing in my opinion. As you can see, all the planks are in place. Gate was built in place. I'll show you all the backside in a little bit. Nothing is cut yet as far as hinge points. This side is where the hinges will go. I went ahead and marked a mark with my level, so I know exactly how flat my hinge needs to be, top and bottom. This side has been gapped slightly, about 1/4 inch. So I'll also cut these boards loose with my circular saw after I cut this side first and get my hinges on. So also, this video is not really a how-to per se. I'm assuming most of y'all know how to use a tape measure and cut boards and whatever. Y'all are just looking for different methods to assemble a gate. So I'll show y'all the backside in a second. Alright, so I made my cuts with the circular saw. Just remember, if you're using a circular saw, you need to account for the width of the 2x4 as well as the plank. It came out to 2 1/8 on me. This saw cuts a 2 1/4 inch deep, so I was able to do it with that. I supported this end of the fence just to catch any fall in the fence as it drops when you cut the boards loose. But anyway, cut all of them, all 3 of them. And now I'm going to put my plank right here and then hang the hinges first before I cut that side. So as you can tell, I ripped my board to fill that gap. Got my hinges hung. That's where drawing this line comes into play. It's a lot easier to hang these hinges to know where they go. Hinge is done. So now I got to cut this side free so it actually swings. So, alright, so I just cut this side loose. When you make this cut on that side. And there's a reason for that, unless you want to double up saw blades in your circular saw. But whenever you cut this loose, as you can see, those are flush. You'll still have a little nub there. So you have to come back and cut out those in order to make it close. So you have to make a second pass. But as you can see, gate's built. Easiest way to do it by far. When you run these little runners, just in case you didn't know, always make sure they go from the hinge side up. So what happens when this gate over time, it wants to sag, so that side will want to fall down. So you have to run a support brace from that point to that point in order to hold support up so it doesn't sag. Got the gate latch on. As you can see, it just shut because of the wind, but I personally don't like huge gaps in the fence. So what I do is take a circular saw and notch out a bunch of times, come back with a hammer, knock them out, and then come back with a sawzall and flatten it to get it flatter. It's not the perfect way to do it, but it works. And as you can see, there's hardly any gap in there doing it that way. But yeah. Gate opens, swings, fully built. Notched recess. I put these little boards in here so it doesn't slam and like bend the fence. But all done.